If you misspell that, it's going to be a very different.
It's true.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, everyone.
Bonjour.
Hey, hello.
For the casual ones, welcome to our Thursday ongoing Dungeons and Dragons live stream. I'm your host and DM, Michael Pitts. With me today we have Aaron, Ray, Malcolm 1, Malcolm 2, or Malcolm 2 and Malcolm 1, depending on which way they want to do it, and Peaches.
It's like bananas in pajamas. Like, hello, B1. Hello, B2. You remember that abomination?
Or Cat in the Hat? Isn't there like a thing, one thing, too?
Well, they're always coming down the stairs in pairs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Red,
Are they?
Blue thing.
Never really got into.
We can move on.
Never got into bananas.
I babysat a lot.
Ah, true.
Me too.
Yeah,
Dora,
Alright,
though?
guys, need to move on.
Yeah, if you've never been here before, welcome. We're a lot of episodes in. Should go back and watch the other ones. If you haven't, though, fuck, good luck. But we also stream on other days as well. So next week, we're actually going to be streaming on Tuesday the finale of our Heist and Crimes of Juniper's Eye, which is a campaign being run by Aaron.
Coming to an end.
Coming to an end. Long time coming. Not really.
Brutal end.
Wait, what? Sorry, one more time? I'm a player in that game. What's going on? Oh boy. And some exciting news. We actually have a couple new campaigns starting up soon. So in the coming weeks, we'll put out posts for when these are actually starting up. But we're going to be having a Cyberpunk campaign, which is going to be run by our own Ray in the center there. And then we're also going to be doing another... It is Dungeons and Dragons, right? Or am I crazy? It's another D&D campaign, right? Yeah, it is D&D. Another Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which is going to be run by one of our other game masters, which is almost fucking all of us at this point. We're crazy. Rowan. So keep an eye out on social medias for that, or you can, if you like, join our Discord, where we tend to send out all these updates ahead of time. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and jump into things, as last episode ended on a bit of a high note.
Sorry, for whom? What?
Oh, sorry. I meant for me, obviously.
Okay.
But also for you guys, right? No? All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine.
See? You know what?
Right.
That's the right spirit. And
You know what?
like
Most of the team is fine. You're right.
Honestly,
it was a high note.
Zelmus is just a little disappointed because he only broke even betting wise because somebody lost to their father. I won't say who.
Well,
I won't say who.
good segue. So after the group had went and made a magical blood contract with an artificer, they decided to go and have a night of fighting and gambling, somewhat to appease both Grubb and Zelmuth's vices, where they had Charlie, Silas, Grubb, and Lux enter an arena and see who could come out on top. Due to some unfortunate circumstances and kind of some bad luck, Grubb and Lux got matched against each other, which was a close fight. You know, it could have gone any way. But somehow Grubb did manage to pull out a win against his mortal nemesis, literature. Charlie entered into a fight and won fairly handedly, if I remember correctly. Or was that one close? No, that was close.
Yeah, I used one hand.
I think it was closer than that.
Yeah, Charlie nearly died.
Yeah. And Silas, who went last, discovered that unfortunately maybe they hadn't been so stealthy in their doings and I don't know, everything they've been doing in core, as he was confronted by
Daddy
his
fixed the fight lots. Okay, that's what I think happened.
At the end of the day, Pop came through.
He gave me the old pop.
And he gave you a pop. Yeah, Silas's father, Mason, came through wielding his signature, basically greatsword made of stone with a rounded, hewn like bulb on the end, and used that to knock Silas around silly, rendering him unconscious. And as the party waited for him to come up and noticed there was some delay in the healers, bringing him up and allowing him to come back up to join the rest of the party, they ran downstairs and found out that he was no longer there. They did notice, however, that there was a door downstairs that led to the outside, and as they ran outside, they saw a carriage that Zelmuth recognized as belonging to the Summer Ward house itself, making its way out into the night and through the city. And that is where we pick up today. The cool night air whips against your faces as all of you are running, following Lux's lead through some back alleys to try to get ahead of the carriage itself. Lux, can I please have you go ahead, and I will allow you to make either a survival or an investigation check for me, please.
Could I give him the help action, having lived in the city?
Having lived in the city, yes.
I'll roll investigation.
Okay.
Do you want to roll, or just a van? Okay.
You're leading, Lux, so you're going to be rolling on this one.
I barely want to go.
17.
17. Okay. You start kind of... You do the mental math in your head, and you plot out the route that they would be most likely to take to get back to the Summer Ward residence, which you would know where it is, as it is one of the more major houses in Core itself. Following some of Zelmuth's guidance as well, as you both have effectively lived here for most, if not all, of your lives, you take off tearing through some back alleys, trying to get away from the main roads and basically cut off your quarry. Now, as you're running through these back alleys, is there anything that anybody would like to do?
I assume we're all intel. Everyone but Silas is running, right, together.
Yeah, Silas is not with you, so
Yeah.
yes. I mean, he could be running somewhere, but not that you know.
Yeah, I'll trust their lead. I won't.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and help.
No problem. Now, really quick, can I get move speeds from everybody, please? I need to know what your move is.
30.
30.
30.
Okay, so no one's lower than 30.
45.
That's fine. 45. Okay. Now, the other thing I need to know is anybody going to try and get ahead? In theory, the reason why I say this is because between Lux and Charlie, you do have access. Well, Charlie, you're just faster. But Lux, you do have access to, in theory, in a turn, move 90 feet. Because you can use your movement, your action, and your dash, all for movement. So are you trying to keep pace with everybody, or are you trying to cut ahead of them and like break away from them, with Charlie basically being able to keep up?
No, I'll stay with the rest of it.
Stay with the rest of the group. Okay.
I'm casting Disguise Self on myself.
Okay. What would you like to disguise yourself as?
Just, the run-of-the-mill, burly, black beard, dark hair, but still nice clothes. I just don't want to look like Zelmuth at all. When
Okay,
this happens.
fair enough. I didn't know if there was a certain thing you were going for. Now,
Yeah,
I
just want whatever Zelmuth looks like, the opposite. So a little buff, dark hair, big beard.
disheveled. Now, the
Never
only
had
thing
a
I
great
will
Not
remind you.
disheveled, not
Okay.
disheveled, except for the clothes. Let's be honest. We're
sure.
not going too far.
And that's what I was going to say, is that you guys are still in Lakeside. This is the nicer part of town.
Zelmuth
And
would. I can't imagine a world where Zelmuth doesn't look good, despite this.
Well, you did say the opposite of Zelma, so you look wealthy.
Well,
now.
to a degree.
let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
but-
Let's be
Facial
reasonable here.
features, general body build, but your boy looks
and like
good.
you have money now.
Yeah.
Got it.
This is like earned money instead of born money. That's the kind of change it is.
All right.
Calloused
Worked for-
hands. Got it.
He
Um,
did technically work for money today. Was it the same amount of money he had before? Sure.
Now, one other
That
thing
really
I do
worked.
want to add, Zelmuth and Lux, you would just know this. This is a nice part of city. Generally speaking, there are both city guard and personal guard for the houses. That will, like, the personal guard will stay closer to the main houses themselves. But there generally does seem to be a fair amount of patrolling around here, because the people around here like their peace and quiet, unless it's, within the confines of their walls at a party or a ball or something like that. So, with that being said, I need to know, like, obviously you're traveling through back alleys right now, so at the moment you're not worried, about running into any of them, unless you're going, across the street sort of thing. But are you trying to avoid where you would think or where you would know some of these guards to be? Are you trying to stealth at all? What's the play? I just want to give that out to you because you would know that there are peacekeepers for this area.
Yeah.
I mean, I
for
follow
me,
Lux's league.
yeah. Okay. Then for me, once I get to know if there is an area where guards or peacekeepers are, I will try to sneak past them the best I can, while still trying to maintain some sort of speed.
Okay, no problem. All right. Okay. So you, like I said, you take off down some back alleys. For the most part, you're pretty confident in the direction that you're running. You said you rolled a 17, correct? I think with the help action. Yeah. Okay. And you start winding your way through more of like the, I would call sort of the market district of Lakeside. So this isn't obviously where the main market is, but this is where a lot of the shops, like the one you'd visited earlier, the magic shop there. This is where you would find a lot of that kind of stuff. So it's almost like almost like a small townish. Like Lakeside is its own confined area. You could do everything you want to just in Lakeside without going outside of it, but some better things can be found outside it. That being said, you run for about 10-15 minutes, and as you're running, you start moving at a line that is basically in parallel with where the carriage could be. So as you're jumping from alleyway to alleyway and you're crossing the street, you're looking across, and you pass 1 street, 2 streets, 3 streets. You still haven't seen the carriage, and you're confident that at some point it would have made the left, and you basically be traveling, and you should be able to see it at some point. It's like looking for your parents in the supermarket when you've lost track of them. You're just going aisle by aisle here, just trying to find it. And as you cross the 4th street, you see it probably about 5 or 6 blocks away. But you do know that it's up there. That being said, with the distance you're going to have to move and the right turn that you're going to have to make at some point, you're probably going to be looking at traveling more across a more open street, which has the chance, and you don't know yet, to have guards along it. So as you're rounding that corner to the 5th street, what would you like to do?
So how far am I from knowing that I'm going to cross the street?
So at this point, like you're running out of streets to cross. So you would know that with where you are. Give me 1 sec. You have about 2 more streets before you're going to have to make a right, because that carriage is going to be making a right-hand turn some point soon, and it's just going to be moving away from you. So you're going to have to make some kind of turn to catch up.
Okay. Can I? I'll let Lucy fly ahead, just up above.
Okay.
Just very quickly, just scan that area, and just to see where these guards will be, either through my left or right, and try to avoid them.
Okay. Go ahead and have her fly up, and she can make her perception check.
Okay, give me 1 second. Perception is 13. That's a 7.
7. Yeah, as she flies up there, she relays back to you that there doesn't seem to be any guards along this road.
Okay, I'm going to just dig into my bag. I'm going to put a mask on, and I'm going to run through the street then.
Okay. Is that the mask you got back from Silas? I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, you begin running up the street with everybody following in tow. As you're moving, the carriage itself, you feel confident that it hasn't noticed you yet, as it's still traveling at more of a leisurely pace. That being said, even a leisurely pace for this carriage seems to be nearly what your movement speed is.
Okay.
But you're keeping at least with the speed that you guys are going, you are gaining on it. It's not in any rush at this time. So I'd say at this point, you're probably about 120 feet away from it as you're running up the road.
Can I cast message?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast message to Silas.
Okay.
Since it's 120 feet.
Sure.
All you hear is Silas. Hello. Wake up. Something, anything.
Unfortunately, Silas does not respond.
All you hear is fucking guy. And I'm just gonna keep running.
Keep running.
Fucking guy.
Fucking guy.
Do we know for sure he's in this?
We don't know.
But like, he's most likely going to his father's house. Are we going in that direction at least?
Do I
I
know
mean,
that?
we can't assume that.
You guys know where the Summer Ward house is, and you know that you're definitely moving in the direction of it. Like you're going deeper into Lakeside, basically, into where these like the major houses are going to be. Like technically, Zelmuth, you're on your way home, quote unquote, in theory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody kind of lives out this way. This is closer towards the wall, where everybody builds their big towers to overlook the wall and see the ocean. So
Let's just make sure he gets to the house, and we'll figure out what to do from there. We have to make eye contact with him, or eyesight with him.
Do we grab him when he leaves the carriage?
I can't stress enough that we'll probably die. But if you want to try, fine.
I'm going to turn to Grub. We'll see if there's an opening. But let's just make sure that he's in that carriage.
I will remind that some of you did fight today, and while you're probably not too bad, you're likely not 100%, and this man, in layman's terms, does not fuck around. Don't know what to tell you.
I'm perfect. I'm good to go.
Don't rub it in. I'm just going to run.
all right, you guys keep running.
I
As
cast a second level healing word on Lux. God damn it.
okay.
Thank Christ I need it.
It's my last second level, so go F yourself.
I think we did heal a bit from the healers at the thing too.
Yeah, but he got hurt pretty bad. 10 hit points.
Yeah, he did.
You did lay a whooping on him.
Yeah.
And beat his ass.
All because of a book.
Yeah, which I have.
At least the one didn't break. That's what matters.
Yeah.
It also didn't do damage, but didn't break
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, it would have been doubly funny if it didn't do damage and then it broke.
One and done.
Oh man.
God.
More like a one and none.
Yes, also very true.
Yeah. Really quick, Grub, Charlie, Zelmuth, Lux, can I get your passive perceptions, please?
17.
17.
13.
12.
Okay.
What is that like?
Lux,
12? Not great.
you clock this. Charlie, so do you. At one point as you're running, Lux and Charlie, you see perched on a roof, just sort of with like one leg up on like the edge of the roof and like the other leg's down low. It's like a bit of a raised roof situation. You see an individual that looks to be in like almost like a dark leather armor, like almost to the point of being black. Like he's been tanned very dark. Like all pants, dark boots, like everything about this screams like dark blending in with the night. And Charlie, something that well, actually it's weird for both of you. This person has an owl mask on.
Does it look similar to the one that we saw earlier?
Which one that you saw earlier?
Silas was wearing
Yeah,
an
Silas
owl
wore
mask.
Lux's owl mask.
It bears some resemblance. It's not like the same. It's not like identical or anything. It's an owl mask.
How far away is this guy? Like, how high is the roof?
This roof is probably about 60 feet tall or so. It's like a larger building, but he's just perched and like just looking over and watching you go.
I made a mental note of it.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay. All right. So you continue running, and let me take a look. All right. The speed of the carriage doesn't seem to change, and you get to the point where, as you're chasing it, you're within about 60 feet of it now.
I'm going to cast message again.
Okay.
Silas, are you in the cart?
You wait a few seconds, but There's no reply.
Does the cart have windows?
I was just about to ask.
It looks to have some glass on the back. If you move yourself a little bit to the outside as you're running after it, you can see that there seem to be windows on the sides as well, but they all seem to be curtained and they all seem to be shut.
Is there only like one person on top of the carriage driving it, or is there?
You can't see the driver.
Are
Like
we
it seems
all
to be,
within
it's pretty
60 feet
tall.
of the carriage, or
You're
is
all
just
within
Lux
60 feet.
Tight.
Yeah, because he's moving as fast as you guys are, but like that carriage isn't. It's not in a rush.
I mean, if we can see him, I have a dumb idea.
Oh,
I'm going to.
That's it.
I'm going to get Lucy to go up to the window and just peck at it, and see if it'll open the curtains.
Okay. So Lucy flies up and pecks at it. Can you just make a general attack roll for me, please?
Okay, give me 1 second.
You hear a shotgun get cocked from inside. Fucking birds.
Get off my land.
That's a 9.
Okay,
Do
that's
we get the old crow thing? Caw, bang, fuck, I'm dead.
I was gonna say, like, could we get an intelligence roll, because it's pretty clear that these are curtains inside a window, right?
yeah, they're curtains inside a window.
So there's no realm where a bird could peck open curtains on the inside. Of
No,
the-
no,
I
mean
think he's trying to get the person to check what's doing
To
the.
open, yes, to open
Again,
the
you're
curtain.
distracting someone.
Yes, yeah.
He said curtains open, and it's just no.
No, sorry.
You know
I'm gonna
what
peck the
happened?
window to get them to open the curtains to see
Okay.
what it is.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, so you see the the peck is. You can almost kind of hear it even at this distance. You hear just like a light little like tap 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 tap. Which is pretty difficult for Lucy to do because there's not really anywhere for her to perch and do it. So she's kind of doing this as she's flying. So she's like getting speed up to it, yeah, and basically fucking headbutting the thing with her face, because you're a nice friend. And after the second time around, you do see that. Well, you don't see. Lucy sees that the curtains open. Presumably, she relays this back to you. The curtains do open for a second, and the face of Silas's father looks out and directly at Lucy, and just kind of like narrows its eyes towards the owl.
Can it see inside? Does he have enough space?
Make a perception check.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let's just make sure. There's 3. God, what is up with these rules, man? 7.
Unfortunately, can't get a good look inside. It's pretty dark in there.
God damn it.
Does
Can
he
I?
just stay like that? Like, does he just stay like that, looking out at us, or more at the
No,
owl?
so like this is happening at like the side of the carriage. He would only be able to see if he was looking at the back.
Okay,
But
not
he's
the back.
seated
Okay.
like he's going like his back is towards the driver and the horses.
Right.
So he pulled the curtain, saw, narrowed his eyes. What's Lucy doing now?
If Lucy still tells me that the window is open, I'm gonna see through her eyes for like a second.
Okay. As you
Do you tell anyone you're doing that?
yeah,
No, so I'm
I'm also
gonna slow
booking
myself
it.
down.
okay.
Like, if the carriage is within 60 feet, I would like to, like, I'm a little guy, I want to get under there, kind of like I did with the other carriage, like just grab onto the back in some fashion.
Okay. All right. So a few things are going to happen here. First off, Lux, you're trying to run without using your eyeballs. That's not easy. So can I get you to make an acrobatics check for me, please? With disadvantage because you can't see where you're going.
Now, I have spent a lot of time with Lux.
And he has said nothing to you, and he's ahead of you.
13.
I found
13.
another thing we need a code name for, Lux.
You can call it speaking before we act.
It's too many words. It's way too wordy for a code word.
Just yell birds or something, I'll know.
Hold on a sec.
Bird.
Just yells
Do it
bird.
now.
Oh, no, Lux is going in.
Yeah. Don't go blind and then yell bird. That doesn't help.
Lux, as you take over and start looking through Lucy's eyes, as soon as that cutoff happens, what you notice is that the door opens and Mason's hand reaches out and grabs Lucy and pulls her inside, covering the face entirely with this like massive gorilla hand.
Nice.
Lucy is currently grappled and restrained. The door closes. Grub, you're going to try to run underneath and grab onto the bottom.
More just like, grabbing the bumper kind of thing. I just want to grab onto this thing.
You just want to ride it.
Anywhere, yeah.
Okay.
Anywhere that isn't literally the window so they can't see me.
Okay.
That's my only goal.
Totally fair. Can I have
So the opposite of Lucy. Lucy.
Yes.
Yes. Don't want that one? Hey, listen, it's quickly inside. Just saying.
Yeah.
Can I have you go ahead and make a athletics check for me, please?
Athletics, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not a strong guy.
It's not great for when holding onto a moving vehicle. So I'll throw that out there. Grip strength is important,
Yeah. All right. I'm just reading why I have advantage.
When you look like a bat.
I technically am in bat form since the fight.
So you have advantage.
I don't remember. I did my fight, and then we saw the Silas fight.
Yeah.
And those are like 4 rounds, so I imagine it's still been less than an hour.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still have bat form.
Silas got knocked out in under 30 seconds. So
Yeah, it was really
you're good.
Okay. So then, yeah,
Sorry.
I do have advantage at least. Okay,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
because I don't know. Now I've got a lot of strength.
Yep. Batman's
First
catching up
one,
to the car.
19.
Did you use your bardic inspiration?
19. I don't know. I don't have it marked anymore.
I
So
think
maybe I just
Charlie
forget.
technically still has hers too. So I think she did something that failed. So she would have kept it.
Yeah, I think you might have used yours for one attack. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, so I think just
Okay.
just
A 19?
no, just Charlie has it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Grub, you and I will say for Charlie and Zelmuth, you do see Grub run ahead as Lux sort of slows down. Lux stumbles a bit, does not fall, which is good. You two don't know why, but Grub like pushes himself, takes off, and you see that
Do you
he's
see a bird by the carriage? Because I could guess if I see a bird by a carriage.
like. Are you talking about Lucy?
Yeah, do I see Lucy by the carriage and then my friend stumble?
Yes.
Who can look through the bird's eyes?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you
I'm
see
grasping
as he
at straws here.
stumbles, you see Lucy gets grabbed by a mammoth
Yeah,
hand.
like a door opens,
And-
a hand grabs
yeah,
a bird.
it's just like,
It's 60 feet, guys. This is right in front of us.
Yeah.
I'm grasping at straws here. That's all.
No worries. But yeah, so Charlie and Zelmuth, like I would give you something like if you want to take an action while Grub is running up and doing this, you would both have an action to do as well.
I'm going to before Grub. I'm gonna run up as close as I can to Grub. I have to touch him, but I don't want to be anywhere near the carriage, so I'm gonna do it before he gets to the
Okay.
carriage. I'm gonna cast invisibility on him and myself because I can only cast it at 3rd level right now.
Okay. All right.
Hey, don't die, please, 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 please.
Are you saying that to me? Or?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Also, you're invisible.
And then I take off and grab onto the carriage.
Like a bat
Yeah.
upside
Can
down.
I go over to Lux and like steady him
Yeah.
so he doesn't fall flat on his face since everybody just disappeared?
Yep. No problem. You stick with Lux, and yeah, you kind of you help him out. You help him run as he's no longer totally aware of his surroundings. Lux, you're within Lucy as Lucy gets grabbed and pulled in. What you hear as this as Mason has Lucy effectively by the head, you hear him go, "Can't believe you'd go in with these lot. Fucking Parliament." And then there's a squeeze, and for a split second, you feel like excruciating pain before you're back in your body. Lucy's gone.
I didn't hear Silas at all while in there.
No.
No other movement. God,
Were you
fucking
looking
this
for
guy-
the sounds
this
of
guy's
an unconscious
invisible.
breathing person? How about what you could see, dude?
Well, it was like
Yeah.
basically his
I know,
face
I
was
know, I know.
palmed.
I know.
And then his head was crushed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mountain
So.
style.
Yeah.
Right to
Okay.
the eyes.
I'm gonna come back. Like
Yep.
look at Charlie. Oh,
Hello.
thank you. I appreciate that. And I don't see anybody else. So, where did the others go?
I don't know. They disappeared.
How close are we to the house?
You're going to be at the Summer Ward residence shortly. Like,
Can I? Does this road lead it to the house? Like if we just watched it go, we would see it go to their residence.
yeah, it's a little further ways down, and then it's going to make a left through the gates. You can already see it in the distance. The structure itself, it's honestly, it's built more like a small fortress than a house. You can tell that there's a lot of very militant, what's the word I'm looking for? Influences on the building itself. Mainly it's made of stone with some like wooden accents. But it almost reminds you of like a very, like I said, either a small fortress or a very large barracks. You can see that there are like battlements on top. There's like a large wooden front door. It's just a single door instead of what you would say is more commonly found these days, which would be double doors. Surrounding the outside, you can see a large, probably 15-foot iron fence that goes around the circumference of the area. There is what you would say in this area a surprising lack of grass and garden. Instead, within the walls, you see training areas, you see practice dummies, you see archery targets. Everything here screams like training, persistence, and military. And you see that the gate to the Summer Ward residence itself is open, and in about a minute it goes, rides forward, makes the turn inside, and then you see two large iron gates start to close and then shut, and you hear like a boom as it locks into place.
Are these like barred, or is this like one piece of metal door?
This is like one piece of metal door. The rest of it is like iron. It's like sorry, I should say it's stone up to a point for the walls, and then there's like iron like spikes on the top of it running around the area
I'm
itself.
invisible.
You
Could
are
I just try and climb up so that I could see the vehicle?
for sure. Yeah, go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
All right, you know I'm good at these.
Let's
ones.
do it, strong boy.
So strong. 7.
7.
I said I was strong.
Yeah, that's true. You did use the K.
Like that pathetic like pat at the wall. And
Yeah.
grab the
The
sword.
guards are like, "What's that sound? Sounds like an incredibly weak person over there."
It's one of those things where like you try to get like the running start up the wall, but you just kind of like slide, and you're just like slide.
A large part of the problem is that I can't see my hands and feet.
It's true.
So I don't know when I'm supposed to touch the wall.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Well,
We'll move on.
At least
Start
we
walking
know
over to the group.
where he is. But yeah, how would we get inside that to really see him?
We just need a. Oh, I wouldn't know, Grub.
No, you know Grub.
No, I
He's
meant.
been with
I
us
don't-
for like the last couple weeks.
No, I meant he's not here. I don't know where he went.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know where Zelmith went either.
I'm right here.
Ah, Christ.
I swing at
I-
where the voice comes from.
All right, roll an attack roll.
Disadvantage. I'm invisible.
Disadvantage. Yeah.
Just to be, it's disadvantage. Oh.
Did you almost nat 20 him?
Yeah, I rolled an 18 and a 20.
All right.
Yeah.
Do I need 4?
That hits.
That hits. Roll damage.
For the record, this is the first time I'm gonna take damage in like 5 sessions.
And I'm assuming you're using Hand of Harm, right?
Oh, no, I'm not. It's minimum damage, only 4.
All right. Stunning strike.
First damage again. This is like the first time I've taken damage since we fought that water bowl.
That's crazy.
So thanks for that.
That's so long.
Ow! My face.
Oh,
Um.
I'm so sorry. You spooked me.
Yeah. Sorry. I could only cast a spell at a higher level, and I didn't just want to waste it on just grub. So.
Roll concentration.
Oh shit.
God fucking damn it.
Is this going to be the best thing ever?
Oh, thank God. 14.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
That could have been so good.
Oh, there's nothing funnier than Grub thinking he's invisible. And not actually being invisible, so I'm a little sad that I failed.
This Kronk energy.
Do you know where Grub is?
I think he was planning on jumping underneath the carriage, but again, I made him invisible, so I didn't see if it worked or not. You could try and message him.
Well,
We need a leash for him.
Well, use your voice leash and try and message him.
yeah, that sounds better than
Am I
putting the cord
beyond
on.
120 feet from him? I would assume if I haven't moved.
You at this point, honestly, you don't know. It's behind a metal door that you can't see through, or behind a stone wall that you also can't see through.
That's true. Fuck it, I'm gonna cast message.
It's a cantrip, dude.
To grub?
No, I know. Yeah, to Grub, if you
Okay.
can hear me. Grub, can you hear me?
Can't hear it.
You don't hear anything.
Wires dum 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 dum.
Did he just make that song up on his own? Oh my God.
That's amazing.
It's my heartbeat.
He's,
I might have
he's
to write
such
some
a better
music for
bard
Grub.
than Zelma.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can sample
He's
Wanted to take me
ignoring
under
me?
his wing. His bat wing specifically.
So, are we just gonna like head to the inn then, and have somebody scope this out? Make
Oh, we
sure
can't let-
Silas doesn't leave.
We can't let Grub stay in there the rest of the night. He will be caught, of course.
Are you planning to
Bless you.
hop that fence and go get him?
No. But you're not talking to me. Sorry.
It was
Do
for
I-
both of you. Why don't we ask your father if we can at least get an audience?
Okay.
Do either of you have a better idea on how to get through that?
I mean, hopping the fence sounds like a better idea, honestly, but safer idea? Yes, it's definitely a safer idea.
Listen, I highly doubt that Silas is going to be murdered by his father's own hand, but
Well, someone
I mean,
in his
he
family
almost
was
murdered
trying
by
to.
the thing that sent,
Yeah.
like that giant toad thing almost murdered him.
yeah, but he
That
could have
was it.
killed him. He could have killed him there, in
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but
battleground.
I would guess that Silas has a bunch of information that his father wants. Silas is likely not going to tell him this information, and then his father's going to do bad things to Silas until he tells him that information. So he's probably not going to die, but he's going to be in extreme. He's going to be tortured. He's probably going to be tortured, guys. Sorry,
Sounds hot.
Well, then we can't wait until morning.
that's weird. not in a good way. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's into.
Let's just go ask your dad then.
Yeah, but we can't wait till morning.
No, I wasn't. It's like 4 houses over.
You think your father's going to want to talk to you at this hour
I mean,
when you've
I have
already been
information
shut out of this house?
I have information about the Summer Ward family. Summer
Christ.
Ward.
If you want, I can wait here and at least keep an eye on the place to see if they move, Silas. Well, you go talk to your father.
Cool. I don't know how this is going to go. Mostly because we have now entered politics in it. So if it doesn't
You like
align
talking.
with his political views or plans, then he'll probably just be like, "This is good information. I was sleeping. Get out." But I'm gonna try because Silas would try.
Your friend has been kidnapped.
Silas would try with his father, and that sounds even crazier now that I'm starting to see his relationship with his dad.
Is there any reasonable place nearby that one could observe the surroundings without being noticed?
Yeah, so a lot of this area, it's almost like a gated community. You know what I mean? There's nice gardens, there's nice like trees and like bushes that are like well kept. Little ways down, but across the street, there is like a few bushes. There seem to be like some kind of like rose bush or something that you could probably get behind. It would help with, trying to stay out of the eye of like guards or anything like that.
Okay. Or is there any like less visible like alley or something where I could potentially try and get up to a roof?
Not really in this area. Like you're around like houses now.
Okay. All right. In the middle of suburbia.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
I go find a tree to hop in.
Okay. Yep. So before too long, you find the near tree. I don't think you even need to roll for this, do you? Can you just run up walls now? I don't know.
No, not yet. I
I don't think that's 7th level.
All right.
Yeah, I think-
Give me an athletics then, strong girl.
Okay. Oh, 14.
You're fine.
That was almost a 4.
Yeah, you go over to this like well manicured area, and you find a pretty sturdy. You're thinking it's an oak tree of some kind or something, but yeah, you're able to just kind of swing your way up, and you find a nice perch where you can see the front gate, and you can kind of see over the wall now too. You can see that it looks like where the stables are. It's sort of around like the far right of the house itself, which is most likely why Lux's spell wasn't able to get through. But while you're up there taking a look, and Zelmith and Lux, you're potentially doing some traveling, we're going to cut over to Grub. So Grub, you latch yourself onto the back of this carriage. You feel it make a left-hand turn, and it goes through, as you're looking, these two big metal doors that kind of close and lock with like a very loud metallic like thump behind you. And then you're sort of traveling along this like gravelish, well, not exactly gravel, it's more like it's like a dirt path basically, well used, and you feel yourself riding around to the right of the main manor itself. As I said, this is like a small fortress. Like you feel like you could barricade yourself inside of this and be safe for like a very long time, provided you had the food stores. Before too long, though, the carriage itself stops. You see that there was a driver up front, sort of an older gentleman, in pretty good shape for somebody that looks like he's pushing 60. Bald most areas of his head. He has a few little wisps kind of at like the top center that he tries to comb a little bit, but you know how that looks. And he jumps off and doesn't wait for anybody to come out, nothing. Just like jumps off and walks deeper into the stables and into where you can see looks like there'd be some kind of like servant's entrance on the far side of the stable. As you're sitting there, you feel some movement from within the carriage. And then the door itself just like opens up, and you see out steps this man that like, as you're holding onto this carriage, and the carriage itself is probably a good like 7, maybe 7.5 feet from like ground to the top of it. And you see he steps out, and he's not far off. This man is definitely more Well, sorry, how tall are you? 3
Me?
foot something? Yeah.
3 foot something.
Yeah. He's probably about double your height.
Nice.
Yeah, like easily he's 2 grubs.
Cool.
Which I don't think you've ever really run into in your travels previously.
Not a guy. He's a human.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not on humans.
Yeah, no, this is he's big boy. But you see he kind of steps out and turns back in towards the carriage. You see he like reaches in and you hear kind of like a boom on the ground and then like a bit of a dragging and then you just see he just grabs the form of your friend Silas, just sort of picks him up and hefts him up over his shoulder, holds him like is now just holding him up there one-handed, closes the door, and begins to walk. And you can see there's like a larger main entrance just off to the side here. And he goes and he begins walking into that door.
Yeah, I'd say like as soon as I hear all this commotion, I use it as a means to just quietly step off
Yep.
the back bumper.
Yep.
And I'm just following in tow right behind him.
Okay. Can I have you make a stealth check with advantage for me, please?
Yeah.
Because you are invisible.
Come on, dice. Be nice. 19. Thank you.
19. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. So yeah, you begin following in through this side entrance. Give me one sec here. Okay. So as you walk inside the house, the first thing you notice is that, in modern terms, we would say that this is very minimalist in a lot of its design. You've been in a couple previous homes that have been fairly nice. When you were in Torin, you went inside of like the mayor's house there. And there's like nice artworks, there's tapestries, there's rugs on the floor. This has like none of that. What you notice is that every so often there are small sort of cabinets that are, like I said, every so often along the ground. And the only other thing that really tends to decorate this hall as you're walking in are these large carvings not carvings. They'd be like large statues, like these large stone statues. You see those all manner of things in here. You can see that there are what looks like depictions of monsters. You can see dragons. You can see like different kinds of wyverns. You can see like wolves and beasts and that sort of thing. But usually in those depictions, there's also a man standing over it in some way, or fighting it, or making an attack against it, or something to that degree. One thing that kind of catches as a little odd to you is even when there's a dragon, there's a man that's like the size of the dragon fighting the dragon, which you feel is either they're really trying to make it seem like this guy is really fucking tall, or it's like a baby dragon. Like it kind of just seems odd to you. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Some artistic liberties.
Yeah, something's going on there. You see every so often there's chandeliers that are using like a lot of candlelight. And one thing you would have noticed when you were going through, especially like riding through this area on the back of the carriage, there's a lot more like arcane lights. You'd have like a more steady, they would still usually be tinted somewhat yellow, but not like that orange glow you get from like actual firelight. And it's very old-fashioned in a sense while you're going through here. But you follow him down the corridor for a little while before you see that there's an opening that leads to some stairs that go down. You see that there's also on the other side stairs that kind of look like they would go up. He takes the stairs downwards. As he does, can you go ahead? You're in that form. Can you make a perception check for me, please?
Yes. I do have advantage with hearing and smell.
Yeah, this is mostly actually going to be smell based.
Okay. 10.
10? Okay, that's fine. You smell that obviously at this point you're underground. You're not like super deep underground or anything like that. But you do start smelling something that you would recognize to be more like human refuse. Not decomposition or anything like that. But even as you start going down there and you're eyes continue to adjust to like the dimming lights, as this is all just candlelight and some torchlight. You're definitely in what looks to be some kind of dungeon. Yeah, he travels and he walks down for a little while before he finds, maybe probably at this point 3 cells in. You see he opens the gate, walks in, lays Silas down. You do know he doesn't like throw him down on the ground. He does gently lay him down on the ground, and he comes back and he shuts the gate, and you see him reach over into his side, pulls out a set of keys, locks it, puts the keys back in like the satchel he has sort of at his side, and walks away.
I shouldn't in that moment do anything. It's like, could I in that exact moment, as soon as he thinks he puts it in his pocket, go for it? I don't got super high numbers, so maybe not.
It's up to you. But other than that, he's going to turn and walk back upstairs.
I'll resist, yeah. I'll resist for now. And I will wait down here for a moment until maybe the sound of him walking is quieted.
Yep.
Are these bars, is it like barred?
Yeah.
So I can see Silas inside?
Yep. It's barred. It's like the regular, it's like crossbars, right? So there are like square openings. They're not like super thick bars or anything like that, so you can see him.
Shit. I don't want to lose invisibility, but I want to try and wake him up. I'm just gonna like whisper, like as quiet as I can, but I think he'll hear it.
Okay.
Just, hey, wake up, Silas. And just see if first, can I even tell if he's like breathing,
Make a perception check for me.
15.
So as you sort of watch, just to see like the rise and fall of his chest, you're staring at it and you don't see his chest moving.
Okay.
And then you see he kind of like on his own rolls over a little bit. Must have just been the angle you were looking at. But he does seem to be breathing.
Okay. All right. Well, at least he's alive.
By the way.
It's like, if you made me sit here for an hour to tell me that my character is dead.
Listen, Grub cares about you. You know what I mean? Like his worry, it's gonna cloud what he sees sometimes.
Yeah.
But he gets there.
How far away is he in this cell?
I mean, the cell itself isn't all that big. It's probably a room that's like maybe 20 by 20. So he's probably more like 15 feet away from you. He's not like thrown exactly in the corner.
That's pretty far.
That's not that far.
That's a really big cell. 20 feet?
by 20? 20
That's
is
real
not that big. No.
That's so big. That's luxurious.
Yeah.
I mean,
modern
like-
prison now is like
Bigger than
9
my
by 6 or something.
Okay.
You think he's going to put him in the 9 by 6 cell? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy
Still
knocks out
family.
one of his sons one time and all of a sudden he's just a piece of shit? Come on.
One time that we know of.
This is true.
Yeah, that's fair.
To Silas, this is just his bedroom.
But yeah, if I just whisper, oh, silence, you're muted. But if I whisper to him, no reaction.
So what are you whispering, sorry?
Just like, wake up.
Throw a fucking dagger at him. That'll wake him up.
I'm thinking about
He's
it.
thinking about it, but he knows it would drop invisibility.
The
So
only thing is like,
Oh, that's bad.
we get into that weird invisibility thing. Like, if I throw a stone at him, is that an attack? And then only attack will break invisibility. And
the answer would be yes. However, you don't have to worry about that because with what I rolled, Silas, your head is pounding because it took a pounding. But you do hear what sounds like the voice of a little goblin friend saying, "Wake up."
No, I'm hungover. Leave me be.
nope, you're not hungover.
why is my head killing me? Oh my!
You got beaten real bad.
I assume there's like dents.
You definitely feel it's not. Luckily, it's not concave. It's convex. You have bumps coming out. But there's no permanent skull damage. So that's always nice.
No damage, hamage. Yeah, okay.
No
Wait.
fist-sized imprint on his skull.
No.
Yeah. Wait. And I try to bolt up for a second, and I assume that does not go well.
No, you're dizzy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh no.
Yeah. You got beat real bad, and then you got thrown in a carriage. We chased you. We brought you into some kind of big house with a gate, and now you're in the basement. Looks like a bad place. So,
Where are you?
I'm invisible at the moment. I'm right here, right by the bars, right here.
Reach my hand through.
Just scratch on one just a little bit so you can hear it.
Okay. All right. This is very, very bad.
Yeah. How do I get you out? I did see. We think it's your dad, big guy. He had keys in his pocket. Should I go get him or?
That's about the only set of keys, as far as I recall.
So technically, he does have somebody on staff that usually would, like a sort of a warden, that would look over anybody that is imprisoned. You do know that somewhere there should be a second set of keys.
Go find a guy with keys. Oh my God! Ow.
Okay.
Just there should be somebody. Well, I guess assume it'd probably be. I can't recall if it's only the one floor of cells or if there's multiple.
Just the one floor.
Just the one. Yeah. So it suggests just take a look around the rest of the floor. There should be somebody who holds the keys. Failing that, you might have to go sneak past Father.
If you call for help, would that guy have to come here?
They don't really help.
I feel like you're the champion. You're kind of important. If you were,
I don't think I'm the champion anymore. I don't remember my feet hitting the ground.
They didn't. It was head first. Yeah, you got.
Yeah,
it was really bad. Yeah.
Figures he would fix the fight purse.
Yeah, they were all fixed. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But
listen,
okay, I'll take a quick look. But
the trick is though, Grub, is I don't think that I'm in any shape to escape from here. And Father's going to have a sentry posted. He's going to be looking for me to try to leave, or for the rest of our friends to come. Father's not a fool.
We'll take him. It's no problem.
No, Grub, you don't understand. Brute force is not going to work here. Father is responsible for the training of most of the officers in Corps. He watches over most of the trade negotiations here in the city. He's not a man to be trifled with. I think you need to leave me here.
I'll quickly go look for the keys and I'll be right back. Just give me one moment.
I assume you're gone already.
I'm doing a quick scan, to see if, in this room, where would there be some guy, or whatever this room is, if there's other rooms or.
Yeah. As you turn and you look to your left, where you would come from, you do see standing at the bottom of the stairs is Silas's father. And he's looking in your general direction.
Womp womp womp.
I don't know what to do at this point.
Freeze response.
You're literally frozen in character and in real life.
It might be the first time Grub has never acted in his life.
So Silas can't see his dad at the stairs?
No, he wouldn't be able to see him.
He's
Probably
fine.
just a straight line, out of my eye line kind of thing.
Yeah, because he's a few cells in.
Yeah, okay. It's just imaginary. It's hard to imagine.
For sure, 100%.
We're talking face to face that one of us can't see a stairway in the same room. But
So
I guess
with the way that you guys were looking, you would have had to purposely look left. You didn't hear or see him come down the stairs, which
And I assume that the stairway is like on the same wall that like I am, which is probably like why I can't
Yes.
see him from where I am, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as he looks in your direction, he says, I had a feeling that someone would come, but can't say I expected this kind of talent.
As soon as I was aware he's there, I'm gone. I'm running away.
Okay.
Fading away into the night.
Yeah, that's fine. So just so you're aware, as far as you've seen in this room, so you would have come down the stairs straight ahead. There's like the basically the hallway with all the cells on the left hand side. Like I said, he's about 3 in. There seems to be more further down. You don't really know what else is down that way. The only exit you know of in this moment is the stairway that he's currently standing in front of.
I'll just go farther in.
Farther in? Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me with advantage.
Come on, dice. Gotta do better than that. Okay, that's a lot better. 20.
20. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so you immediately after like clocking him, you're just like out. And you very quietly make your way down to the end of the hall. As you get down there, this is just cells. It is a hallway. It's cells, and then there's a left, which goes around the cells, and excuse me, you're not really sure what else is further down that way.
I'm kind of want to stay in earshot for the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
Yeah, no problem. So as he walks over, he comes up to your cell, Silas, and stands there in front of you. Sorry, and he says, "Well, was that one of your Parliament friends?"
I don't even know what you're talking about. I hit my head. I've been seeing things.
Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Yeah, I can't wait to fail this.
Mostly because he hit your head, not you hit your head. That's a lie right off the bat.
8!
He looks at you and he says, "You've never been good at lying. Frankly, you've never been good at much else."
It doesn't matter who it is. I'm your prisoner. We both know I'm not going anywhere unless you allow it.
Oh, I'm well aware.
What do you want?
What did you come back for?
Thought it was time to visit. It's been a long time since I've seen my doting father.
We both know you have no interest in seeing me.
Well, you seem to know a lot. So you tell me why I'm here, father.
Honestly, Silas, I don't know. I don't know why you would have come back. Felt like we had a sort of understanding. I was happy to leave you be, to go out into the world and do whatever it was you were going to do. Go master sword play or what have you.
Leave me be. You
Yes.
shoved me out the door with so much as a goodbye.
And then I left you alone.
Suppose
Did I not write enough for you? My apologies.
you discarded me. You noticed one time that I began to maybe gain a modicum of skill that could match you one day, and you discarded me like so much trash.
Skill.
The truth is, I think I frightened you.
Were you present in the arena today? Which
Only
part of
for a
you do you
moment.
think I felt frightened? Of you? And your skill? Are you
Like there's-
joking?
You must be worried about me. Why else would you come and confront me directly so immediately?
Because I wanted to make sure you understood your place. You don't beat me in a fight. I win the fight. That's
So
how I
far.
got to where I am.
Things will change. That's the way of the world, isn't it?
Not while I'm around.
You want to know why I'm here, Mason?
Sure.
I
First.
brush my hair past my ears. These. I know what you did.
You see, he kind of tenses up at that. What have you heard?
Hmm. I'm not human, am I, Father?
We'll discuss this later.
Hmm.
Classic parent technique.
Yeah. Is that fear I hear in your voice?
You wish. And he
Oh, I
turns
do.
and he walks away.
I take out. I'm assuming that I have no weapons.
You have no weapons on you at the moment now.
Okay, that's fine. Once I hear that Mason is gone from view,
Mhm.
I summon my sword,
Okay.
using my weapon bond, the blade that I have named Meglathor,
Okay.
which means blade dancer in Elven,
Hey, I like it.
and I scratch a little notch in the wall. One for me.
Nice.
More to come.
All right.
God, I
That's
hate
hot.
that man.
I'm a little attracted to you right now.
I'm not all the way there, but like I'm halfway.
Yeah, it's like wow.
Hey, I'll take a happy.
That notch did. I hope this doesn't awaken anything.
All right.
Sorry, wait, Brickley or Zelmith?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, the answer was yeah. I knew it. Yep.
Yeah, you betcha.
You bet your darn tootin'.
We cut away from that. Zelmith and Lux. You've left Charlie, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
keeping an eye on the Summer
bush,
Ward
the
Estates.
tree.
Okay. And
If
what
I'm
are
looking
you
at
two?
a tree.
Charlie, roll a perception check for me.
84.
24.
Tree looks pretty good.
I was off by 60.
Yeah, it's a good tree. Nice tree. Sturdy. You know, you haven't been able to
Doesn't
really
look
count
like
the
it's
rings.
rotting.
No rot. You know, you tested all the branches as you get there sitting. Get a little restless. Test them all out. Everything seems sturdy. You know, leaves
Can't
are
help
nice,
but
full
think,
grown.
Damn, this is a good tree.
This is a good tree. But as you look into the compound as well, you do notice a little while into you being there, maybe with everything that happened, maybe 20 minutes or so. Even at this distance, you can make out what can only be the form of Mason Summerward. You see he walks out, and over his shoulder is the massive stone greatsword that you saw him carrying. And he walks out to where you can see there's this like large, it looks like some kind of metal practice dummy. And you just start hear clanging as he just starts to go to town on it. And the first thing you realize is like, this is like solid metal. This isn't like metal on wood, because after seeing him swing about 2 or 3 times, you would be certain that that shit would break. And you can see he's just like going over and over, and just looks like releasing some emotions on this large metal practice dummy.
Nice.
Zelmith and Lux.
Stop watering
Does
the
this get
tree,
hot in
Charlie.
here?
Damn. Zelmith and
She's
Lux.
gonna do my dad.
What did you guys like to
The silver fox can slay.
Daddy,
I'm-
no.
Okay,
Dear God.
there's the line. We found it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And,
Speaking of daddies,
Z,
yeah,
I have a bad feeling about this.
This is all bad. This is all bad. What part of this is good? I said I would talk
Well-
to my dad, but what is this going to accomplish? Absolutely nothing.
Then why are we here? There's no. He wouldn't
What's the
help
other
us.
option? To break into the summer water state? Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, you're right. I don't have an idea yet.
This is. I would not be talking to my father if this wasn't the only option we had.
Trust me, I don't want you to be speaking with him either.
Well, let's go get manipulated. I just go up to, I assume his bedroom,
So,
or I will check his office first because he's probably in there.
yeah, so you do go up to where his office is, and you do see that he is sitting inside working. And as you walk in, he looks up, and then he like raises an eyebrow at you and says, "What? What are you doing back here?
Good evening, Father.
Didn't
may I?
we settled things not too long ago? Why are you here?"
Yes. That part. I'm not here to actually talk about that at all.
Are you
I
out of
just-
money already?
No.
It's been-
Same amount of money as when I left here. Not for lack of trying, I'll tell you. Anyways, that's not the point. I'm actually here to discuss something personal.
Okay.
May I come in?
Yes, of course.
Lux, are you coming?
Reluctantly. No.
Reluctantly.
Oh,
Yeah.
both of you in the same room at once. Fantastic. What would you like?
Well, we find ourselves in a bit of a sticky wicket.
God, what
It's a
have you
weird-
done now?
It's actually not me. I was hoping to get your help for a friend. I know I didn't think I'd have any either, but here we are.
This honestly is the most
I mean, Lux is my
surprising
friend.
conversation that I did not think we would be having. Maybe ever?
We're gonna have to try and move on real quick because I'm just as surprised, and we both know that I don't want to be here talking to you about this, but friends, right? Anyways,
Sure.
you
I'm just gonna look at
Obviously-
Selma and get to the point.
yes, shut up. I'm doing that. You know the Summer Ward boy, CeeLo or Silas or something like that.
Silas, yes.
Yes, I know his name. Sorry, I'm just nervous. Well, we were, down at the good old Coliseum, watching some fights, not making any bets whatsoever, because I have to be very careful with my money now.
Sure, yes. Of course.
However, Silas decided he would, put his hand in the ring. Have you heard what's happened yet? Cool. Well, that's why I'm here.
You should have started there. Why did you waste all of the time getting to that point?
I don't know. Anyways, I need your
Oh, say it. Yep.
help.
Oh,
Ugh,
the pain that must have caused you.
let's honestly
Let's
just
savor
pull the
this.
dagger out of my back.
Lux, how
please,
do you
quickly,
feel
and
about
move on.
this? Are you enjoying this as much as I am? No, Lux, nothing. You're both no fun. Okay. So you need help. What kind of help do you need exactly?
Well, his father beat him half to death, as you know, and now he's, I assume, in the dungeon against his will. It might be his father, but if he doesn't want to be there,
Oh, it could be his father, most likely. Where did you see where he was taken?
to the Summerwood estate.
Okay, so definitely his father then. Okay. What can I do about that?
I mean, best case scenario, you just convince Mason to let him out. Worst case scenario, you try and get us an audience to speak with Mr. Summerwood. To try and figure out how to get him out of home jail.
Okay. You're working at a puzzle without all of the pieces, aren't you?
I mean, you know me, I've never been one for puzzling.
Yes, it's part of the problem. You're trying to work a problem from only one side. You're not seeing all of it. You're not.
Drop my pen.
It's all right. This nervousness does not suit you well. You should
Well,
stop that.
see, I try and. Oh, I also realize right now in this moment that I drop disguise self and sort of just look more presentable.
Better.
Uh, listen, Father, I don't want him in there anymore, and we need him out, and I'm asking for your help. I know that comes with caveats and consequences, and I will owe you one, as it were, and that's fine, but he needs out.
There are two sides to this that I find interesting, and that I hope that I can use to teach you something. Okay? First of all, what do you feel like you have to bargain with me? And he picks up what looks like an exact replica of the book that Lux had. He says, I have this. What do you know that isn't in this? What do you
Not
have?
much, honestly. I. What do you want? I can get it for you.
What do I want? I want you to come into your own as a person. That's always been what this is about.
Perfect. How would you like to see that happen? You want a compliant son? You've got one. I just need Silas out.
Zambeth, your compliance is only as good as you being near me. That's not what I want. I want you to be good out there, too. That's not what I want. What I want is for you to be able to do this.
Without your help.
Absolutely. I would love to see that. Here's the thing. Maybe I'm not a perfect father somehow. I feel like I've bought you everything you've ever wanted, and I've tried to impart my wisdom on you.
Yes. You're
Regardless of you
practically
being
perfect
able...
in every way, Father. Don't worry.
Listen. Why was he imprisoned in the first place? Do you know?
Mostly just because he is his son, and likely because Silas has information that his father wants, and Silas is looking for someone. Silas's father is looking for someone. I'm going to beat around the bush, even though I'm sure you know all the answers to this, just for the sake of brevity. And so Silas is likely going to be tortured for a few days, or at least pressed before tortured for a few days until he gives the information that he wants.
At that, he looks over at you, Lux. He says, did you not tell him what I told you? I'm literally trying to feed you pieces to this puzzle. And
what did you tell me?
There's more than one summer ward.
Right. I mean, besides his father and his mother?
Yes. Where
Where
do babies come from? He has a
mothers?
father. His father... He has a grandfather.
Oh, Mason's
Yes.
father. Sorry, my bad. I was just puzzling.
Right.
I'm puzzling now. I get it. I'm here. We're all caught up. Sorry.
You-
Again, I've never really had a conversation where I wasn't asking you for money, so this is a whole new ball game for me. So.
Right. I can tell. Have you looked at all into the grandfather, any other family members, anything like that?
We haven't really had a lot of time. We've been here for about 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours, 2 days. Have we been here for 2 days?
Yes, you saw me yesterday.
Yeah, this is
We were
like
dealing
the
with some
second
other
night, yeah.
matters, that were maybe not equally as important, but were important.
Okay,
And then
Sure.
we were going to start again in the morning.
right. Why do you think Silas's father would want to torture him for information? What information do you think that Silas has that his father does not? That he thinks Silas has and thinks he needs to pry from him?
Either something about where his mother's located or something about where his grandfather's located.
Okay. Those are both decent options. But this is the point, Selmith. You don't think the thought all the way to the end. You thought as far as he must be going to get tortured for information or something. First of all, I don't know if you understand Mason's relationship with his son or Mason's relationship with people in general. He does.
I'm not very privy to his. I've never really had a conversation with him before, so just his son, and his son doesn't seem like it, but his son's also doesn't seem very much like him, from what
Right.
I've heard from him.
When you first met Silas, did he seem to be the person that, you know him to be today?
I mean, no, of course not. People change, obviously.
People are like that. Spend more time getting to know people. Okay? Mason, while he is a strong and stoic individual, it's my belief at least that a lot of his intentions come from a good adjacent place. His father, however, was
Working with monsters. Giant
Not
toad
quite.
monsters, specifically.
Well, that part was surprising. That is information you're not quite privy to yet.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I'm aware you're obviously privy to it, and I won't insult us both by asking you to tell me what that is. So, thank you for your. This was actually not the worst conversation we've ever had. I can't. I'm not. You're not going to give me anything to help with the situation. So, you have a great night. That's it. That's all I have. Have a great
Zelneth,
night.
one last thing before you go. You may not have access to my wealth, but you do still have access to our family name. If you need an audience, you are a peacebreaker. Go ask for one.
Turn on my heel, and I leave.
I love you, son.
Mm-hmm.
Good seeing you again, Lux.
Master Peacebreaker. Sorry to disturb you.
That's quite all right. Just studying.
Yeah, I do tend to take great notes. I'm gonna
Fantastic
walk out.
drawings as well. You've quite a hand.
Thank you.
I do mean that.
I appreciate that. And I'll walk out.
Good night.
Before we leave the house,
Yep.
I'm gonna stop Lux.
Okay.
Lux, and I look you dead in the eye. Are you keeping something from me that I need to know about right now before we step into this thing?
We can talk about it later.
No, we can't. Because if I go into this blind and we die, then it's your fucking fault. You don't have to give me an answer. You could lie to me if you want. But if there's information you want to tell me, do it now.
Can we at least leave the estate?
Yep. And I walk till we're out of earshot and then immediately stop.
Okay.
2 houses over, 2 away from Summerworth Estate.
I used to be in a guild of sorts called the Parliament.
What is that?
They take secrets.
From?
Now, from higher lords.
No, but when you take,
kings.
when they take secrets, are they physically taking them from a person's body, or are they just stealing secrets and then are you just like a weird secret organization of secrets?
Listen, I was never in it that long. All I know is just how to keep secrets the old-fashioned way. And anyway, I haven't been part of the organization for a long time. I just keep the mask.
Why are you bringing that up now? I thought it was going to be something else. So what is it about this parliament that has you weirdly nervous at the moment?
Well, Mason seems to be wary of them. And I saw one earlier. Watching us.
Is it the? How do I tell if they're Parliament?
They wear the same mask.
Cool. Just nothing else.
That's it.
Inside check.
Roll an insight check.
I can get him.
That's pretty good. 22.
I am holding one thing back, but for the
You don't have
most
to
of
tell
the
me. I just want to know if you're holding one thing back.
Yeah.
I just
But
give
I'm
you
telling
like
you
a
the
couple
truth.
love taps on the face. Okay. That's enough for me. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. With that, we cut over to Grub. Grub, you're down the hallway. You've stayed within earshot for the entire conversation between Silas and his father.
Yeah.
You do see him turn and walk away, and he does seem to go up the stairs. What would you like to do?
All right, let's find that guy with the key.
Okay.
Is there anywhere else down here that I feel like I could explore, or am I at the edge of this
So
area?
where you are, like there does seem to be a hallway that loops around the back of the cells. You can follow that if you choose to, or you can go back the way you came. You do know that like basically down from the stairs, you went straight to the cells. There was like more room off to the left that you didn't really pay much attention to, just because you were following Mason and Silas. So
Yeah, I'll continue this way for now.
Okay.
Check out what's back here. Quick glance, just kind of peeking around corners and see what I see.
yeah, so the actual hallway itself, so it loops around the back and around like the side of like the furthest cell that would be like closest to the back, basically. Then it goes from cell into like stone wall, and it's just a stone hallway that runs down. You do see that there's torchlight every so often, so you follow that for probably about 30 feet or so before there's a door, like a wooden door that's just closed in front of you.
If it has a handle or some sort, I just
Yep.
tap it, test it, see if it's locked.
Yeah. So as you give the, it's more like a handle. So as you kind of push down on it gently, you do feel it doesn't seem to be locked. You could open this door if you like.
I do so as little as I can, enough to get a crack through so I can start eyeballing inside.
Sure. I would let you make either a stealth or a sleight of hand check. Your choice.
Yeah, it's the same at the moment.
Not an
19.
overly high DC for 19. Yeah, no problem. You're able to open the door a crack without it making any noise, and you take a peek through, and you see it's the room itself doesn't seem to be lit, with the sort of faint light that's making its way in. You do see along sort of the doorway where you are would be at like the right side of the room, so there's more room to the left. As you kind of open the door a little bit, and you look, so now you're looking into basically the far corner of the room. You can see that along the line of light that it's following, you can easily make out without a perception check or anything. And you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You see that it looks to be a table. You can see like a table with like restraints attached to it. You can see various tools and implements, and what you're looking at is, and you see, like, sorry, a table and chair as well in a corner. Looks to be some kind of interrogation room.
Do I see anybody in there?
No, nobody seems to be in there at the moment.
I just push open a little bit, make sure left and right side, check the corners, nobody in there.
Yeah, you check inside. There's nobody in there.
Okay. I go to close. Well, I'll take a quick look from the doorway at the table. Definitely no keys hanging out, just lying around.
Make a perception check for me.
Is around here. 19.
19. Give me one sec. You do look inside, and you do see a set of keys that are just sitting on the table at the far side of the room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for him. I push the door all the way open,
Yep.
and then I just run from them and try and snatch them up, grab them back.
You
and
run for
get out.
them?
Yeah.
All right, I need you to roll a dexterity check for me. No, I'm just joking. You get in there, and yeah, you run in, you grab the keys, and yeah, you have a set of keys that look pretty familiar to what Mason had.
Okay. I get out of there, close the door, and work my way around, assuming there's nothing much further in this area.
No, no, this is like, it seems to be like this is like the chamber that's far enough away from the cells where you can interrogate and have people here somewhat, but the rest of the house wouldn't be disturbed. And also anybody you bring down here kind of pass, like they'll pass by most of the cells on the way. Almost as like a warning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I work my way back to Silas, give it a little scratch.
Yep.
Hey there. Hey. I've got some keys. I'm going to try them out. And you just, I don't know if you see them or not. Invisible is weird. And I'm going to.
Floating keys. Yeah.
It would be floating keys, basically, yeah.
And I'm going to start trying them one by one. I'll look at the stairs this time, make sure nobody just.
So you look
being
over at the stairs.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of the stairs is nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I I don't know how many keys there is, so I'm just going to start going through them.
Yeah. You go through and one sec. The first key. First one that you kind of start off with, you pop it in and just you hear the lock kind of pop, click, turn it, gate swings open.
Well, I know you said you weren't really looking to leave, which is weird, but if you want to, you can. You know what? I don't got too much time on this invisibility thing, so how do you, would you like me just to give you this key and you figure it out and I get out of here, or what do you want to do?
You know what, Grub? That's actually great. I'm not going anywhere. I finally have my father exactly where I want him.
Okay.
I need you to know, little guy, I appreciate what you've done.
Well, I haven't done anything because you're still in here, but here's the key. And
You put yourself at risk, and I will remember that. But for real,
yeah.
Get out of here now.
Okay, I'm gonna run, but hide that because it's gonna be pretty obvious I stole them, and I'll keep the rest just in case we end up here.
Let the rest know that I'm alive, and that when you can come, that'd be appreciated. But I am where I need to be.
Okay. I don't think that's true, but I'll go. And I'm going to,
And just before you leave, I grab the cape.
I only have my wizard stuff. I just do a brim around the hat and then back my way towards the stairs.
He doesn't see any of it because you're invisible.
Oh, but I know.
Fair.
I can feel it.
In your heart of hearts.
Heart of hearts.
And then right at the bottom of the stairs, like, wait, should you keep all the keys in case we end up here? If we try and like bust you out and they jail us, the keys are already in here.
You take those.
Okay.
You might need those to get in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Go.
Go. Bye.
And
I'm
I
gonna just reverse my way out of here.
Yeah, and I shut the door, lock it, stick the key in the bottom of my boot.
Okay. All right. Grub, you are, I'm assuming, trying to make your way out of here. Can I have you make one last stealth check with advantage for me, please?
Yes, I can. Gotta do better than that. That 20. That's 25.
Nice. You make less sound than the shadows do.
Nice.
You work your way out through the exact way that you came, finding yourself out through the side door into the stables. Where do you want to go from there?
I'm just, if there's any way where like from inside I could scuttle up a tree and leap over the fence, I'm kind of looking for something like that. A way to get over, where people just don't hang out, like side of the house.
So one thing that you do notice, and you would have kind of clocked this a little bit when you were on your way in, but you notice it a lot more now. There are no trees near, like on basically on the near to the wall on either side. They have, and Silas, oh no, you were unconscious the whole time. Never mind. There's no trees on the wall on either side. There seems to be no easy way to do it. However, you can climb over the walls themselves. Or
Yeah, I'll just
attempt
do
to.
a run and jump, see how high up I get there. And,
What's your vert look like? No, I'm joking. One thing I will say, do you want to go like out towards the gate or out at the side?
At the moment, I would like to not be seen at all. So I'm like right off like to the alley side of the house, kind of,
Okay.
or the courtyard.
No problem.
But
I will say, as you go outside, what you hear is the sound of stone on metal. Like consistent. Yeah, consistent, quick. And you can hear like loud grunts as it's happening too.
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so you run off to the side. So basically you follow the stable to its end and then cross the grass towards where the wall is. You can see that like there's a fair distance between the wall and any portion of this home, presumably by design.
Yeah.
And you run towards the wall itself. You kind of jump up and you start climbing. Can I have you make an athletics check for me, please? Which I think you still have advantage on, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You're still in bat form, right?
Yeah.
How long does bat form last?
1
hour?
Both are pretty bad. Yeah, about an hour.
Okay.
But 9.
9. You kind of start scrambling your way up. You're not going to necessarily fail this. It just takes you longer than you probably feel that it should. And eventually, just as your fingertips kind of start coming up and you're getting yourself up over the wall, you feel yourself like shrink down a little bit. Bat form's gone. It's been about an hour since that happened, which means you kind of do the mental math really quick. You're like, I have a bit of time left on invisibility, but not a ton. You kind of roll yourself up with your back on the wall and then make your way over to the other side and climb down. You don't have to roll for the climb down. But yeah, now you're on the outside. On this side, like I said, there's a fair bit of open grass, but you do see that there are like manicured like bushes and trees along the property, just far enough away that no branches could get close enough to the wall where it would be an easy way for somebody to get over.
Yeah. I'm just going to take off back to the street and just go backwards the way we came, see if I see anybody out there.
Yeah, you run backwards the whole way. It's difficult, but you managed. You run yourself out towards the side of the wall, and as you kind of come around the corner, you don't see any of your friends.
Okay.
Charlie,
well, they're either in there or dead.
One of the two. It's the only options. Charlie, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Sure. Natural 1.
This bush is nice.
She's just fixated on.
Yeah, now you're just
My
like
father.
you're really looking
One
at this
hell of a
tree. You're
tree.
like, how long has
No,
it been
she's
since
just
I've
looking at
seen a
Mason
tree?
destroy this thing. She's
Yeah.
like, oh.
I'm a little distracted.
Want Mason to
Get the-
destroy me like that?
This tree reminds her of wood. Wood reminds her of her old home, and her old home reminds her of. No, never mind.
Anyway, so Grub, you come around the corner. Charlie, you don't fucking see him. You're watching a man work right now. It's like that guy on TikTok that chops wood. Like you're just watching him. You're like,
I've been
Now that's
surrounded by boys, and now I'm seeing a
a
man.
man. That's a man.
I can't even argue that fact.
Zelmuth would like to argue that fact, but he's still wrong.
Do I see Charlie, though?
Fuck no, she's up a tree. She's hidden. This is the whole point.
Oh, the tree. Okay.
Yeah, she climbed up into a tree and she's just watching this guy beat up on this metal.
I'm just working my way back to the place that we're staying at.
Okay.
Partially, I've assumed they're all dead, captured, or
Yeah. It's
Fighting their own
What else are
battles.
you gonna assume? I get it.
yeah, I can't fight these for them.
Yeah. So Grub, you make your way back to the inn.
I'll start divvying up their stuff for what's left, and
Well, all right. Selmith and Lux.
funeral rites.
Where are you two going? Careful, Zelmuth, you're muted. Got your back.
Well, we have to get Charlie and Grub, and then we're going to have a conversation with Mason. I can't wait to
yes,
call
sure.
him Mason. We only had to call him Mr. Summerlord.
He is a lord. Don't forget that.
I mean, I'm the son of a lord. We're kind of related. I would probably call him Mr. Summerlord. Now that after that, the last 2 interactions with my father makes me realize, despite him being the worst, it doesn't also make him wrong.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's been wrong much in his life.
Well, I gave him the book with all the answers, so that helped a lot.
That is true.
Again, I'm sorry about your book. We have to keep that thing safe from now on. That can't get into anyone else's hands.
I'm still trying to figure that out. As we're walking, though, can I see if I can find that other? Oh, we're at houses. Never mind.
We're heading to. I mean, I'm heading towards the tree I know Charlie stayed in, and then we're hopefully gonna find Grub at some point. I assume he's still inside, even though I know he's only got a little bit of time left.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, you guys walk back towards the tree, and eventually, yeah, you come up to the tree where, as you kind of look up at Charlie, Charlie is just like laser focused on. I don't know. You hear some clanging over the wall.
Charlie,
Oh, hi.
you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. How did everything go with your father? I'm sorry,
You
making my way down the tree.
Yeah.
He basically said, "You're important. You figure it out."
I don't know what to do.
Well, I'll show you. And I start walking towards the door.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen anything
No Grub?
unusual. No, I haven't seen him.
No, that's unfortunate. He's probably
I try to
still
cast-
inside.
Can I try to cast message again
Yeah.
to
go for it.
Grub?
Sure.
Grub, do you see Silas?
Grub, you hear a message in your head as you're walking back to your hotel, and it's the message from Lux.
I can respond.
Oh,
Do I
yeah.
know? Either way.
Beyond the grave.
What did he ask? Do I see Silas? No.
Do you see Silas? Okay, where are you?
I'm on my way back
Back where?
to the room.
Why? What happened to? We're in the front gate. Just meet us there.
I don't think I can respond to it.
I mean, it's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. He can keep casting.
Yeah. You also didn't say you could respond to this message, so it's fair. That
That's true. That's true.
You want me to go back? No, I just got out of there. I just escaped. I'm gonna go back to the inn.
To
You want
the
me-
front. To the front of the gate, not in
You're
the
there?
gate.
Still there? I didn't even see you. Okay, I'll run back. I just turn on a dime, I guess, and go back.
Apparently, he walked right by us.
So
And I go look up at Charlie. Charlie, I thought you were keeping an eye out.
I mean, he was invisible.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh,
I can't
I
see you.
forgot about that point.
Yo,
I
why are
can't
you
see
so
people who are
red?
invisible. It's my scar. Just leave it be.
Insight
Back
check.
Well,
Why
roll
not
your,
sweaty?
roll your
It's
insight.
cool.
Yeah. Roll it. Go for it.
16.
All
Nope,
right, I
that's
rolled a
I
7.
lied. That's a 7. Oh, that's you who rolled a 7. Thank
Yeah,
God.
I rolled a
I
7
was
for
like,
the
wait,
7.
that's not 16. Okay.
Where were
I
you
don't
guys?
know why you're being weird,
What
but
is this? I just came out through here. I thought you guys were doing
yes,
something.
I drop invisibility before Charlie could punch him in the face.
We just ran by
Right.
in.
I
Oh,
know, we're gonna try. You did a very good job.
'Cause I was invisible.
I imagine. I don't actually know what you did in there, but
Oh, yeah, I got keys. These are for the cells in case we get in them. I
perfect.
guess
Can
we'll
I
each
have those?
one? Yeah, each of us, just in case we end up in the cells, we each have a key.
Yes. How about I just take?
Yeah.
How about I take all of the keys for now, and then we'll divvy them up later.
I'll just
Lord,
do it. Here you go. And each of the keys.
Grub, this key might not be worth, or might not work for the cell that you can put in.
That's okay. They're all beside each other. We can just throw them around. It's fine. Silas already got his, so anytime Silas wants to leave, he can.
Come on,
let's
room
let's
5.
go see if we can figure that out. And I just doom 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 on the door.
No, that's where they live. We can't.
Wizard, just act like a wizard.
Should I go?
Yes. Go. We'll meet. No, you should stay. But just do me a favor. Fight
That's a
every
plan.
instinct you ever have to do anything your instincts tell you to do.
I did hear the words fight, and I like that. Let's do it.
Oh, God damn it!
Yeah, the banging on the training dummy stops, and it takes him a little while to walk over there. Honestly, about 2 minutes go by before you hear from behind. You hear like a clunk, and like one door opens. You see Mason pokes his head out, and he looks at all of you. Says, Beastbreaker.
Good evening, Mr. Summerwood. We were just hoping your son could come outside to play.
He cannot, no.
No? Well,
No.
instead, would you like us to help you find your grandfather? Or your father, his grandfather, sorry.
No.
Are you sure? Because we have
Yes.
some information that you're going to try and pull out of your son, which we could just give you for free.
What are you talking about?
Let me in and I'll tell you.
At this time, no. You can come back in the morning.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I walk away. Well, I tried my best. Silas is dead.
Charlie's embarrassed for a
tomorrow,
whole
Mr.
other sort of
Summerwood.
reasons now. Can he come out and play?
Door closes. Clunk. The door locks.
Well, we have a whole evening to figure out what information we're going to bullshit to Mr. Summerwood so that Silas can be freed. Because we have to figure out what the hell is going on with Silas's grandfather. And I think we have until the morning to figure it out.
Well, maybe we do like an A team and a B team. Charlie, maybe we just get some rope, come back later, and get Silas.
How about the A and B team look for information about Silas's grandfather instead of trying to use rope to free Silas?
No, because you see the big, tall, spiky wall. The rope is really easy to get over stuff like this. And no, Grandpa's gonna help us out right now. This doesn't make any.
No. We don't want to find the grandpa. Okay. I should probably start to explain, and I just start to explain everything that my dad sort of hand fed me.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Yeah, none of that helps Silas at all.
No,
Yeah.
no, but this information, Mason, the
He just said no
large
to-
gentleman,
You just said no to it. You were there.
he said in the morning. He's like, rich people are very proper. It's past the bedtime, so we can't have a meeting right now.
All right, we'll have a night team and a day team. Charlie,
Well,
you and I be night
Oh.
team. We'll try and get over
Last
here.
time I joined you for that, we burned a house down.
And our
Going
friends
to
inside the
pass.
house.
Itself down. That's very important.
If you start the fire and then the fire does the rest of the work, you still started the fire.
If I'm on fire and someone shoots ropes at me that are flammable and then their house burns down, that's them. That's on them.
They shot the rope
That's
at
actually
me,
not a
and
bad
then you
argument.
lit me on fire.
Yes, it's the exact same thing. You throw ropes at my friends and they burn down.
We're not
your house.
having a night team. No one's going over the side. You just said that Silas can get out if he wants to, so he doesn't need
Yes.
us to get
But
out.
something's wrong with his brain. He said he didn't want to leave. He
I
got hit.
think-
I'm sure he has his reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
'cause
got
he
hit in the head really hard.
Yeah.
But that might have knocked some sense into him as much as it might have knocked it out of him. We don't know. So we're just going to have to trust our caped friend and sort of do our best to get the information to try and get him out, as opposed to, I don't know, setting his, childhood home on fire, just as an example.
Yeah,
Look,
I know
we
you didn't
avoid
do it.
that.
I'm just using it as a general example.
Let's leave our options open.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
A wink to Charlie.
Lux. And I sort of look to Lux. Where would we find people who have information that people don't want known. You're sort of good at that.
It's been a long time. I'd have to search.
It's time to dust off the old roguish. I don't know. Please, you're literally the only option we have. So dust it off and let's go. Could the Parliament help? Can I like look around for owls?
Make a perception check.
Perception.
What are you
Can
looking
I also
for?
look?
Yeah, go for it.
10. Not great.
Perception. I do get advantage because of the goggles.
Yeah.
If it's with my eyeballs.
You are looking with your eyes.
Yeah, 13.
I rolled a 21 if it helps.
All right.
Charlie's not distracted anymore.
Yeah.
Show's over. Fuck. Yeah, you kind
You
of
look defeated, Charlie. Why do you look defeated?
you sort of take a look around. Again, like a lot of this area is basically well manicured, like lawns and things like that. However, Charlie, you do like a 360 almost. And in looking that way, and you honestly have no idea how both Lux and Zelmuth missed this. You see about 3 people in owl masks in different areas, you can tell they're not really trying to hide, but they're like half cover, like almost like half in cover, looking at you, and just sort of waiting. And then as like the third one that you catch sees you, you see like there's like a quick nod.
Do you mean those creepy men? What's that? Here, entirely muted.
Got him.
Are they part
Sorry,
of the government?
something got in my throat. Hello, sirs and madams. Could you please come down? We have to have a quick conversation. Thank you.
And you see they all
Doesn't
kind
like
of
that.
look at each other, and 2 of them step back out of view. And then you see one individual, Lux, sort of comes out from like a different shadow almost, walking towards you. You see that it wears an owl mask fairly similar to yours. However, the mask itself is all black except for right around the mouth and the tips, which are this like very faint, lighter gray. And you would recognize this person as Plots. And as Plots begins walking towards you, that's where we're going to go ahead and end it for tonight.
Okay.
Plops, is that you?
Right, he's plotsing towards him. Yeah. Okay, well, holy shit, guys. Things are getting just a little tense.
Little bit.
I really thought the Can Your Son Come Out to Play would work.
You're really like hammering home that I'm just surrounded by children.
Yeah. Charlie is babysitting. Usually Grub.
Not very well, but
No. He still sets everything on fire and whatever.
No, because
but
we're not paying her a living wage.
it's true.
fair.
It's
We're not paying her a wage.
It's also true.
Oh God, volunteer babysitting. That's the worst.
Just like looks around. He's like,
Yeah,
well, I guess until the streetlights come back on.
Yeah, one of those children can light their sword on fire with their blood, so
Yeah.
not a typical
it's fucked
babysitting
up.
job.
Wild ride, yeah.
That's
The
why
other
we're
one
not
likes
keeping
taking
folks away
like
from
constant
sockets.
power naps.
It's true.
He's a sleepy.
Listen, I'm a sleepy boy. Okay,
Yeah, you need to put down a lot. We know.
there is an awful lot of. Oh, that. Damn it!
All the damage.
Yeah.
All the damage.
Yeah.
Can't wait till I start
He
making
kind of has
okay rolls on
narcolepsy.
HP.
Yeah. Okay, pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
We have a night to figure out all the information we need to get Silas out, and then still that might not work.
In the meanwhile, we have 19.
We'll have to see. Oh God, I hope not. Not again. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever happens, we'll figure it out. But just want to say thanks again, everybody, for coming out. We're the Casual Ones. We stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're going to be joining us next week, we'll be doing, again, the finale for our Heist and Crimes of Juniper's Eye, which is run by Aaron. And then next Thursday, we'll be back with our usual stream with me as the DM.
No, we won't.
Wait.
Oh, sorry, right. You'll have to wait and see what the Parliament has to say then. As I said, make sure you keep an eye on our social media and our Discord so you can see all of the updates for all the new stuff that's coming out. But otherwise, we hope you have yourselves a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you again soon.
This next
Sorry about
Thursday,
the
Cyberpunk!
Cyberpunk! Bye,
Come, Jake.
everybody.
We'll see you soon.
Cliffhanger.